Hey everyone, welcome to USA Crypto Group for this AMA session with Alpha 365. This is the first DeFi project that combines return on investment, DAPP, with betting, jackpot, trading, and real estate. With that, I'd like to welcome DeFi and the team from the team. DeFi, great to have you and your team here. If you guys could start out introducing yourself, talk about your team, and give us a bit of insight into your background and experience, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for having us. DeFi Rebel, multi-year experience in the cryptoverse, if you will, right? Project support, Telegram support, AMAs, anything we need to do to further the needle on our project here. I'll turn it over to Milan.
Milan here. Same as DeFi Rebel. Multi-year experience in this cryptoverse that we have going on, and in the Telegram group as an admin, with support for the entire group. I know we have Tony that's here, but we also have Dev Leckman, and we have Joshi. We also have from our marketing team Ghost Cedar. I'm not sure if they're on the call, but I know Tony's on the call. And they have multiple years in the same field.
Yeah, Lex got 10 years deving. Everyone knows Tony, I think, right? If you don't, notable projects, MDT, my Diamond team, 1 and 2. Last notable project, Piston, right? So, yeah, about six members. Teams mostly based out of Croatia and Italy from our dev side. Core teams worked about 6 months on Alpha to kind of break it to this point today. So, yeah, that's the team in a nutshell, guys.
Awesome. Appreciate the introduction, DeFi. Now, what role do you play in the project, DeFi, as well as Milan as well?
We are executing AMAs, right, for the project. A lot of our teammates are from the European side, so we can speak, I don't say English, cleaner English, I guess, if you will, but support, our multi groups within Telegram, support any marketing, basically, Swiss Army knife, if you will, of Alpha 365, supporting Tony and Lek and the rest of the team.
I like that, Swiss Army knife, the whole 9 yards, whatever's needed. All right, so I'm assuming that the CEO or the founder of the project is not here, and that it's in a different time zone. Is that correct?
Yeah, Tony's here. He can speak a little bit. It's kind of late for him there. He was talking earlier, right, before we started the recording. But Tony, you want to say a couple words, mate?
Hey. Yeah, okay, no problem. I'm Tony. I'm one of the core team members. I'm long enough in DeFi, in crypto at all. I had a few projects before. DeFi told about this, maybe, from my Diamond team and Piston. That was biggest one. And now we develop Alpha and Omega, and we have very good plans how to change DeFi.
Awesome. Appreciate that introduction there, Tony. So you're from the core team. All right, now let's get to the project. I mean, the premise of the project is surrounded by investment, right? How users or investors are able to earn rewards and pretty much earn I guess you can say, generation income or revenue, residual income. How did you guys come about? What is your background? Apparently the ecosystem is very thought out, very detailed. Who was in charge of this idea, and how did the idea come about?
Tony, you want to speak to that?
We talked in after Piston. We talked what we can change, what we could change to make it better, because we made some wrong moves there with Piston, and this is how idea came. And every day we tested, and and got new ideas and implement. And I think that now we create a very good project.
Yeah, ultimately, I think with Piston, right, which was another ROI DAP that we were all a part of. We look at what works, what doesn't work, right, and you want to try to make this a non-Ponzi nomics project, right? You want external revenue, sustainability, and that's what we're trying to do here at Alpha 365 is take lessons learned from Piston and other projects, right, and put them in to create a project for additional longevity with sustainability with a multi-tiered ecosystem, if you will.
Okay, yeah. I had a chance to read through your white paper, and I mean, I gotta say, it's very thought out in the sense that how do you reward the next person as well as rewarding your long-term holders, right? Your loyal investors. It seems like that's what the ecosystem is designed to do. Now, we do have some questions in the chat room as well as I do have some questions, but we will attack that later. But before we move on, let's get some of the basic stuff out of the way. So currently right now, you guys just had a pre-sale, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. We just we had our private pre-sale, right? Whitelisted private pre-sale that wrapped up a few weeks back, and we just launched our public pre-sale this past Sunday.
Okay, this past Sunday. Okay, and that's straight on your website, right?
Yes, sir. That's on the swap. You can only buy from the website, and yeah, we're going to run that pre-sale till the 27th of the month. Right, Sunday the 27th. We're going to run it for 2 weeks, and then we'll be shifting, shifting to NFTs, our NFT side of the house. But if you want, I can give a quick rundown of kind of the overview of the project, kind of just touch on some of the high level points, and then kind of go from there if you'd like.
Yeah, we will get to that very soon here, DeFi. But let's get some of the basic stuff out of the way really quick. Now, are you guys KYC and audit currently?
No KYC or docs, no plans to do so. We believe that our past projects speak for themselves, and KYC is not a requirement. It's a crazy world, and with certain families and others being involved, doxing can lead to certain challenges, right? So again, believe the past projects speak for themselves. Piston, did things the right way, and unfortunately met the demise that some of these projects meet without external revenue, right? Which is what we're looking to change here with Alpha.
Okay, currently right now, is your contract audited, or is that something that you guys are working on still?
Yeah, Tony, you want to take the audit question here, Holmes?
No, we still didn't send on audit, but it will be audited from a few companies, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. So it's not launched yet. So you guys will get that audit for sure, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah. Launch is not going to be until beginning of September. So we're still in pre-sale mode, and all of this will be completed before we launch.
Perfect. All right. Sounds good. Yeah. DeFi, let's go ahead and give us an overview, or I guess in depth on what the project's about.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Thank you very much. All right. So the overview. Well, I'll start with our mission statement, right? Our vision is to provide a sustainable passive income for all members through DeFi and real world investments. We want to change the DeFi, the face of DeFi with ROI DApps and things encompassing around those, right? So we have a groundbreaking DApp with a unique multi-vault system where users can have up to 10 vaults per wallet each, and each vault lasts up to a maximum of 365 days. Okay. Deposited tokens are locked. They generate a daily ROI percentage up to 1.5% per day in Alpha tokens. Redeposit in the vault is not allowed. You can deposit only once in each vault, and therefore the only possible action is to claim or compound your vault. In both cases, a new purchase and everything, it's going to be through our swap directly, and every time you purchase new, we'll create a new vault up to that 10 point in the single wallet. We're building a multi-tiered ecosystem here at Alpha 365. The ROI DApp is just one piece of it. We're also going to have Alpha NFT, which we'll talk about. It kind of is one piece of the puzzle there. Omega, which is the sports betting, Omega NFT, and then external revenues, right? Our copy trading, Alpha trading, our Italian trading partners. The steps of sustainability, right, and I'll get into this as we kind of go through some of the additional mechanics here, are, Alpha, Vault Charger, Omega, and right now our trading, right, with our Italian trading partners, which I'd like to say that we've already started making external revenue from these guys from a small investment to test the waters, right? I think we're up 10% in the last 2 weeks before we even launched. So again, the goal is to have sustainable income coming in addition to everything else. So again, multi-vault system allowing users to have 10 vaults per wallet. Each wallet, 10 vaults, 365 days, 1.5% up to 1 times your real deposit, right? So once you hit 1x, that 1.5% will go down to 1% until you 2x your real deposit, right? So once you hit 2x your real deposit, then it'll go down to 0.5% for the remainder of the vault. So you get 1.5% up until the time you basically ROI or your real investment. You get 2 times that for 1%, and then the 0.5% for the remainder of the vault. The Alpha Vault Charger, though, that's huge for us, right? We think this is going to be a game changer. To utilize the vault each week, users will pay a fee based on the vault size, ranging from $2 to $10, depending on the amount of your deposit. The fee is negligible compared with withdrawals and is crucial for sustaining the project. Additionally, this is huge, right? On the first of each month, members will receive a monthly airdrop in tokens equivalent to the fees they've paid through their AVC. So 100% will be reinvested in support of the project, all right? So with vaults of less than 150 alpha, $2 per week. 150 to 500 alpha, $5 per week. Greater than 500 alpha, $10 per week. And we kind of have a little example here all throughout it, you guys. So if we start on day 1 and just say we have 5,000 members, each member will contribute the the AVC 2510 based on the amount they've staked in their alpha vault. And it will roughly be 10,000 a week in investments, with 0% going to the team. So we're looking for an impressive 40 to 45K every month, and it's just going to be continuous flow of funds, is for the life of the project. So what we feel is this is going to be a game changer. This is going to help provide revenue in addition to what we're going to touch on here shortly. I saw some questions on the alpha range as well, right? The alpha range is one of the mechanics that goes hand in hand with the AVC and your vault. So each vault has its own action counter, all right? We're going to call it AR or alpha range. The alpha range counter ranges from a minimum of 0 to 10. It's going to start at 5 initially. Users are required to perform an action every 24 hours. You can't just set it and forget it, right? You have to stay in tune, in touch with your investment. Every 24 hours, daily earnings will be interrupted. Now, it's possible, it's not possible to take any action before the 24-hour deadline, but every time you claim, it subtracts 2 from your AR. Every time you compound, it adds 1 to your AR. So you cannot exceed 10, but you do not want to drop below 0, right? So if you drop below 0, your ROI will be permanently reduced to 0.5%, and you'll be required to perform 10 compounds in a row. And if you're already at 0.5%, and you hit 0, it will be reduced to 0.25%. So it's another mechanic to help drive the narrative of, to keep your vault in a healthy cycle, if you will, right? Compound, claim, compound, claim. And if you get into this healthy cycle, it will basically stay, anywhere between 2 to 5, and you'll never have an issue. But just one of the mechanics that's been thought out and put in place with the actual vault itself within the ROI. Alpha NFTs, right? Another piece, again, the Alpha NFT, you do not have to be invested in the vault, right? The ROI DAPP itself to hold the NFT, but the NFT is required if you want to receive referrals from your downlines, okay? It's going to have dividend capabilities, enabling our users to earn interest directly USDC from buying and selling of alpha tokens and investments made by the team. So the NFT, like I said, will be required to receive downline referrals, but you can hold the NFT without being in the vault. And the way the referrals are going to work, I'll break it down. Deposits, right? 5% of all direct referral deposits, level 1, are paid into the upline wallet with round robin system of 10 levels. So if the direct upline wallet does not qualify, has no alpha NFT, 5% deposit will go right to the ATW or alpha top wallet, if you will, the project wallet. Same with compound rewards, 5% of compounds enter a round robin system, paying 15 levels upstream before resetting. Disqualified levels are skipped. ATW is highest occupied level. Unoccupied levels, ATW lose 5% to the ATW. They're going to allocate a staggering 90% of money invested back from Alpha into that pool. And like I said, if you're a holder of that NFT, you'll be able to claim that certain percentage of those dividends from that pool just by holding alone. And there's levels, the white paper details it. There's levels 1 through 15. You can, level 1 is $250 USDC. And again, you have to have that to receive your referral rewards from your downline. In addition, right, some of the additional external revenue, Alpha copy trading, external revenue, we're already making profits from this with trading before Alpha even launches, right? It's only available right now outside of the U.S. U.S. is not due to certain regulations and things, the U.S. folks can't participate, but the team's looking for a way to allow U.S. members to take part in this. But I think we put in 1K originally, and we're already making 10% back in less than 2 weeks' time. Referral rewards are paid directly from the broker, so 2.5% on all profits go to team members. This is not the team paying out of this or that. It's literally the broker and this is real-world investments, right? The broker is paying this 2.5% back to you. If you are in our DAO, we're going to create a DAO. We already have, and some of our private whitelist pre-sale investors have been able to come into that DAO. You will be able to be a sub for kind of the IBS, which is create your own team and receive the 2.5% directly from your team of Alpha copy trading is what we're calling it. So that's one piece of an external revenue that we already have in place and will just continue to grow, right? Omega, though, we feel is going to be huge, and this is where the sports betting comes into it, right? And this is in the roadmap, and we're very excited about this. We're going to integrate with the sports betting site, diverting 37% of each bet into the ROI DAPP. This will be accessible to everyone through fiat on-ramps, right? Omega holders are in for a treat. So you'll receive Omega NFT. So we're going to sell NFTs in addition to the Omega. The Omega is the sports bet, $10, a bet. But if you hold the NFT, you'll receive a handsome 30% back from every bet, distributed and based on the pool earnings in the USDC. And 37% of those earnings are going to go right into Alpha liquidity. So for example, if we have 500 bets worth a total of $5,000, a cool $1,850 is going to flow into Alpha liquidity, while $1,500 will go back into the NFT holders pool. And if you happen to own one of those 100 sold, which represents 1% of the total, you will receive a sweet 1% of $1,500, which, that's a cool $15 USDC just from holding that NFT. So we think between these three items here, right, which we're going to call kind of a pillar of our steps of sustainability, is the AVC, Omega, and our trading partners, just out of the gate, is going to fund external revenue into our Alpha ROI DAPP liquidity. Sorry, that's a lot to unpack there, but I wanted to make sure we kind of touched everything in detail, because a lot of these mechanics are in place, to help keep a healthy vault for a reason, right?
Yeah, I appreciate that, DeFi. That's a lot of info to unpack there. So we're going to go ahead and recap a few things here. All right, so currently, right now, you have vaults, and you mentioned that investors can have up to 10 vaults each user, correct?
Correct. Per wallet. Yes, per wallet.
Per wallet. Okay. Now, you mentioned that they can earn up to 1.5% daily. Now, is that APR or is that compounded?
1.5% daily. Go ahead, Mil. You're going to say something?
Okay, so 1.5%, 1.5%. So yeah, just straight up 1.5%. Okay.
Yeah, you're going to get 1.5% daily until you hit 1 times your real deposit, minus taxes, right, from your deposit into the vault, per vault.
Okay, I see. Okay, so 1.5% daily, which is quite a bit, which is a lot actually. That's every day you can earn up to 1.5%. Okay, and these vaults will last up to 365 days, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and you have to buy it through your swap only, correct?
Correct. Yeah, we feel the way the project is set up, so it's not a pump and dump, right? This is not a meme coin. It's an ROI DApp that we've built for this specific reason.
Just walk me through the steps here. Okay, so as an investor, I go into your swap. Let's say I spend $100, right? I bought $100 worth of Alpha, which is your native token, correct?
Correct. Yeah. If you buy on the pre-sale, we're giving a little bit of a discount, right? The public pre-sale is $4.40. At launch, it's going to be $5 per token per Alpha. So you get a little bit of a discount right now on the pre-sale.
Okay, so once I bought your token, it automatically enter me into the vault, correct?
Correct. Yeah, correct. In the pre-sale or just after launch, right? Whatever you buy will automatically be deposited into the vault in your wallet.
Okay, and every day, if I do not withdraw, I have an opportunity to either withdraw or compound. And if I leave it there, I can earn up to 5% daily every day.
Well, keep in mind too, right? Every 24 hours, you're going to have to take an action. You can't just set it and forget it, right? Like some ROI DApps have passed. So every 24 hours, you're going to go in and you're either going to claim or you're going to compound. And you're going to keep an eye on your alpha range while you're doing that, because that range going up and down will basically dictate the percentage. So if you just do nothing but claim, right, it's going to automatically take your alpha range to 0, and it's going to drop your daily ROI significantly, right? But if you play the game appropriately, like I think it's designed is, every 24 hours you compound, and then you can claim, right? So that will keep a healthy vault and a healthy alpha range across the board. But you will have to take an action every 24 hours.
Okay, I guess that's a good system. It keeps your investor engaged and know what's going on. But at the same time, it gives the incentives for the people who are loyal and stay there and compound it. So you can compound and you can earn up to 1.5 daily. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, now you spoke on about the upline. Okay, let's break that down. What you mean by that? So it seems that you have a referral program where you can create your own team, correct?
Well, the referral, yes, there's a referral program for our external trading partners, and there's also a referral program within the ROI DApp itself, right? If you refer folks into the ROI DApp itself, right, you will have to hold the Alpha NFT in order to receive those referral rewards, right? But the referral rewards are 5% of all deposits from your referrals, right, that go to the upline wallet, with a round robin system of 10 levels after that. And then on compounds, 5% of compounds in a round robin system, paying 15 levels upstream. So if you invite some of your crew, they use your referral reward. When they deposit, you're going to get 5%, and when they compound, it's just going to round robin 5% up to 15 and then reset. So you will continue to gain additional rewards in addition to what you are already receiving. If you have a referral downline.
Okay, so you have two different systems. So you have one side where anyone can buy in, doesn't need to have a referral code, nothing. And you have the other side. Let's say if I want to build a referral, team, I would have to buy an NFT. And if I go there, I give the people that I refer to the link, they buy. Anyone's buying underneath me, I earn 5%, correct?
Other deposits, correct. Yeah, and I don't want to get confused with alpha copy trading and our vault, right? Our vault is separate. The alpha copy or the ITS trading is a sustainable, external revenue into the project. With the vault itself, right? You can either join with the referral link, you can join without a referral link, right? If you join without a referral link, you're just joining under the Alpha Top wallet. If you join with a referral link, you're joining the team of the person that referred you to the project, which that team or that person that referred you can gain those referral rewards from the downline deposits, if that makes sense.
Right, but let's say if I come in with a referral code and I join that, how does it benefit me to come in with a link? Because it seems like my upside, from what I can understand, only my upside can earn the rewards. So how does it benefit me?
For you, it's really I don't think it doesn't really matter for you unless you are joining as a part of a community, right? So if you're part of a community and that community is bringing you to the project, then you want to join under that person's referral as a thank you for, hey, being a part of that community. If you're not, it doesn't matter. You can join with no referral link, and it just it goes right into the you join under the top wallet, if you will.
Oh, and just to add to that right quick, usually when a person joins somebody's referral reward, usually in ROI DAPPs, sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. The person that you join under, they tend to send you back some of the tokens in an airdrop. So that is how they will kind of benefit you in a way.
Yeah, 100%, Mill. So I don't know if you guys have been, a part of some of the ROI DAPPs and of past, but yeah, it's certain teams that will advertise like, hey, join my team. I'm going to give you, X amount of back and airdrops per week or per month, or I'm going to do a giveaway contest for everybody in my team. So the different people that are the team builders out there will give different incentives to join under their team. So that would be, one incentive for you. But from the project itself, I don't think it matters either way, right? If you want to join and build your own team, right, you can do so. Or if you just want to join and just, hey, I don't want to be a part of a team, I want to be a solo player, that's fine too. But the actual people that will be looking to build teams will come up with their own benefits and own kind of contest to get you to join under them, if you will. So thanks, Mill. That's a really good point.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess it's up to the leader to decide what incentives they want to give out, and the creativity could be, I guess, limitless of what you can do. All right, sounds great. Now you mentioned a couple of times, DeFi, that about this external revenue. I think that kind of went over our head there. Let's break that down for a bit. So currently, right now, what do you mean by when you say you guys are generating external revenue already? You mentioned something, you put in 1,000 and you guys got like 20% ROI on that. What are you talking about? What are you referring to?
What we have right now is our external. We're going to call it ITS. They're an Italian trading partner. Again, it's not available for U.S. Investors to partake in just yet. But outside of the U.S., everyone can invest if they choose. Basically, we've taken a small amount out of the gate. This will continue to grow, as we feel we want to continue to grow that deposit. But as of right now, we've taken a small, I think what it was 1K, and basically for the last let me see here. For the last 2 weeks, in less 2 weeks time, we were made 10% on that 1K. So we're already making external revenue from our additional Forex trading partners.
Okay, so ITS, you're referring to, you guys are hiring a firm to do the investment, the trading for you, correct? Is that what you mean?
Correct. We have real brokers, real world investments. Yes.
Where is this money come from? Is this money come from the monthly deposit? Is this where the cash is coming from? Where is this money coming from?
Yeah, we're taking a little of the private pre-sale amount and investing it to gain these funds back. And once we feel comfortable enough, right, we'll pull the investment amount back, and then we're just playing with house money. So this is just one piece, though, right? I don't want to this one piece of the actual pillars that we're going to have is it's not going to be the be all, right? We think that Omega and the AVC is also going to basically just continue to flow in with the external revenue.
So I think with a system like this, right? I mean, the whole premise of this, it seems like you guys put a lot of emphasis on the vaults, which is very cool, because investors are able to earn residual income, right? Especially staying low and compound the interest, and that's what you guys are doing. But I think external revenue is also important in this type of ecosystem. So with that being said, now your ITS, or the firm that you guys are hiring to manage your money or invest your money, is this pretty transparent as far as, like, if I'm investors, I know exactly where the money is going to? And how do you ensure transparency on that? Not the cash going straight to your pocket. Because as we know, the market is so volatile, right? And one can say, oh, we lost it all. How can you ensure transparency on this?
Okay, so we We get it's on MetaTrader 4, so you can go and you can check it out. We get the reports once you sign up. You get the reports daily by email to see every trade that was done. So it's very transparent. You can just go and see right on your account that you create what's going on with the trades.
Okay, so now since we're on the topic, thanks for that, Milan. Since we're on this topic, what percent of the monthly deposit cash from investors are you guys taking to do this investment, external investment? And as well as, is there any tax? Is this coming from the taxes as well? And what percent of that?
Well, no, it's not coming from the taxes. I think that's like DeFi said. On the initial pre-sale raise, we will make a deposit, or we will come together and see what amount we feel comfortable investing. And once we gain from that amount, we will pull that deposit back into liquidity and just play with the house money, just like you said.
Yeah, and again, there's no the referral rewards, the 2.5%. That's being paid from the broker themselves. So it's all going to come from from NFT sales, from all of the additional ecosystem items that we're having, right? The revenue that we're going to invest. But we want to be very careful, right? Because again, this is investment for funds that we've raised in pre-sale. We want to be very careful when we're doing this to make sure that like you said, there is no major losses. These traders, they avoid potential volatile days. They avoid large market announcements. They also are currently avoiding the U.S. markets, where as soon as the U.S. comes online, things become a little more volatile, right? There's additional volatility there. But the fees, they charge us a fee, right, for doing this, and of those fees they're paying, right, it's 2.5% profits back to all of the members that are underneath this trading platform. If there's no gains, there's no fees, right? So it's just one piece, though, guys. I don't want to get too caught up on it, right? Because it's a good piece, but it's just one piece of the overarching pillar of sustainability we have. We think the AVC is another huge game changer where members are going to pay in, right? So if you're paying in order to, I guess, have the to work your vault, if you will, right? That's huge. That's constant money coming in. That's never going to stop as long as the project is running. And because what we want to do here is avoid kind of Ponzi-nomics, right? We all know with ROI DApps, Ponzi-nomics are you got to have new money in to get new money to old money out. But here we want to change that game with these additional external revenues, and Omega as well, right? The betting site, $10 betting is huge, right? So $10 a bet, of those $10 bets, 37% is going to flow into liquidity. So we're trying to be very diversified, if you will, in all of our external revenues. That's ultimately all flowing back into Alpha 365 Vault liquidity to help, basically for project sustainability, if you will.
Right. I think that's important that you guys thought of that. The sustainability is very important, especially with an ecosystem like this where you guys are giving out a lot of rewards. Now, I'm very sure that once you guys implement the trading platform or with your partner, your broker, I'm sure the investor can find that information over your Telegram or website, correct? But like you said, I think we just cut a piece of it. I want to move to the next one. You mentioned Omega. Actually, let's go back to APC. What is APC about? You said that a few times. Could you expand on that? What is APC? What is that?
Yeah, it's called the Alpha Vault Charger, AVC, right? And it's basically the fee you're gonna pay in to use your vault each week. So to utilize the vault each week, users will pay a fee based from anywhere from $2 to $10 in USDC, depending on the amount of alpha that you have deposited into your vault, right? Like I said, less than 150 alpha, you're only paying $2 per week. 150 to 500 alpha, you're paying $5 per week. And then anything over 500 alpha, you're paying $10 per week into the project to, for the use of the vault and the ROI. So with that said, right, if we had just 5,000 members, I'm just going to use math here, 5,000 members, we're looking at 10,000 a week just from those 5,000 members, anywhere from 2, 5, 10, which is going to go into the liquidity of the project. 0% is going to the team on this, right? It's all about sustainability for the project. And we feel that this is one of the pillars that's going to be a game changer in addition to Omega. It's just, we're very bullish on this vault charger here, guys.
Got it. Okay, so to utilize the vault, you have to pay a monthly fee based on how much you're holding. Like you say, $2 something, whatever. But I'm pretty sure you
Correct.
guys have the number. You guys will have the number on the web or on your Telegram that gives the breakdown. Okay.
It's in the white paper. Yeah, it's all in the white paper. Yes, sir.
Right. But yeah, so I think that Omega. When is Omega coming out? Is that on the roadmap? Is that close within
It's in the
next? Go ahead.
It's in the roadmap. We hope to launch, before year's end, right in Q4, if not sooner. We don't want to give a date until we know we're really ready, but that's going to be the integration with the sports betting, right, where it's going to be $10 per bet, and if you hold, and we're also going to sell Omega NFTs, a very small amount, right? So what happens with Omega, the way we're building that around is 37% of each bet into the ROI DAPP. Right, it's going to go back into the ROI DAPP. 30% will go back of every bet into the pool of the Omega NFT holders. So 30% back to the pool. If you're holding one of those NFTs, right, which I think we're only going to do 100 of them, 1%, right, you're going to get that back in. You'll be able to claim that dividend back from that. So let's just say 500 bets, $10 a bet, $5,000. $5,000, $1,850 of that will flow into Alpha liquidity, which will help support the ROI, right? While that's happening, 1,500 will go back into the holders pool, the NFT holders pool. And then if you hold one of those NFTs, you get 1% of that. If you hold two of those NFTs, you get 2% of that, and so forth, right? So that means if $1,500 of that $5,000 goes back into the holders pool, if you're holding one of those, you get $15 in dividends, and it's just from each bet, right? It's just going to be a continuous flow. And we all know sports betting, especially here in the U.S., right? Since things were legalized in several states, it's huge, right? It's a huge market. People want to bet. They want to get in $10 here, $10 there. And again, you don't have to hold anything as far as the ROI DAPP. You don't have to hold the Alpha NFT to participate in Omega. If you just want to come in and do some sports betting, you can do that, right? If you want to just, hold an Omega NFT and do sports betting and get those dividends back, you can do that as well. So while we feel that we're building kind of different standalone products, it all ties back into sustainability and external income from the overarching ROI itself, right? The ROI DAPP for the vault. We just want to build a multi-tiered ecosystem where we can have multiple external revenues feeding into liquidity all at the same time.
Yeah, so I think you mentioned overarching on the ROI there. I think 100%. I think you guys got to be mindful of that, because it seems like your ecosystem is designed to incentivize people to compound, right, with the NFT as well. And you guys giving out a lot of native tokens. So, I mean, I'm sure you guys are very mindful. Now, the opposite of that is that you have a lot of tokens out there, right? Which is a lot of, circulation supply. So now you have to figure out a way how to counter that. Like you mentioned, you have Omega 3 in place to counter that. Now, is there anything to ensure or intentionally ensure people not to sell?
Yeah, let me answer one. Let me drop one little nugget in there, right? So when it comes to, compounding claiming, you can't, like I said, you have to take an action every 24 hours, right? But you cannot exceed 10 in your AR. So if you just compound, just do nothing and compound, once your AR reaches 10, the only action you can do is claim, and then compounding option will be deactivated at that point, right? So you can't just compound. You have to actually take an action, and you can only compound to your AR, which is your alpha range, hits 10. So once you hit 10, you have to claim. It's a mechanic in the actual DAPP itself, just to avoid exactly what you just said, right? People compounding yourselves to oblivion. That can't happen here. You have to take an action, and you have to claim.
Right now, once you claim them, I mean, once let's say if in the beginning you may not have a lot of investors coming in, right? So for example, let's say 3 months down, 5 months down, you may have a lot of investors. So now even if you claim after the 10, whatever your range there, now you have a lot of people going to the open market and sell that. Do you have any kind of system in place to whether to I guess incentivize the buyback token before they sell it to the market or anything like that?
If you look at our tokenomics, we do have some dump taxes in place, right? Where 90% dump tax, right, at each single time. So if you sell more than 50% of your real deposit, right, sum of all open vaults, you're going to get taxed with 90%. 30% goes back to liquidity. 10% is going, 40% to the Alpha Vault. It's chopped up against all of basically the different products we have. So yeah, we do have dump taxes in place. In addition, it's on the white paper under the taxation system under tokenomics. We feel this will help protect a lot as well. But again, right, you can't. The project is built for avoiding, being able to compound yourself to the point where you're just going to drain the system. You can't drain here, right? You have to take actions every 24 hours. The actions you take will basically drive the narrative of the ROI percent you get back, or it will lower your ROI percent down, right? So you pretty much have to play the game, in a positive manner here, or you will be penalized, if you will, for it, right? And again, you have to claim after 10 times. You have to claim. You can't compound into oblivion. That's what we felt made this more sustainable than, from lessons learned in the past, if you will.
All right, sounds good. Now there is a dump tax like DeFi said, and you guys can get further detail on that, and that's to prevent the sustainability of the ecosystem as well. All right, sounds good. Now Omega, your trading platform, your sport trading platform. What's the date on that as far as the roadmap goes?
Yeah, we don't have an exact date yet. It's in development right now. We think we're going to be able to launch it here, in Q4.
Okay, not this year, right?
Yeah, Well, yeah, we want to launch in Q4 this year if we can. So we kind of have a tempered roadmap, right? Where you're gonna launch the vault, right? The ROI DAPP. Then after that, we're going to get into Omega NFTs, right? We're going to pre-sell those. Members of our DAO will have ability to get certain discounts and first come first serve basis of those Omega NFTs. But yeah, we do want to launch Omega in this year, Q4.
All right, sounds good. Now, I did see that you guys had real estate on your white paper as well. Is that on the roadmap as well?
Yeah, it's on the roadmap. It's really Tony's baby. He has some business partners in Croatia that he's looking at doing certain partnerships with. Just meeting with lawyers and there's a lot of background noise there. I apologize. Want to meet with lawyers and things to concern, taxes and legalities of such, but it's something that will be a separate piece, but will feed in to Alpha liquidity, right? But that's down the road here in the roadmap. It's pretty much probably at the back of the roadmap right now. But yeah, Tony, you want to add anything to that, sir?
No, the real estate is for now just in plans. Now I'm talking with lawyer and with my business partner here what we can do to have this all sorted and not to have problem with taxes and everything, from bringing money from crypto to real world and back again to crypto.
Yeah, so it's going to be at the back of the roadmap, guys. But just another pillar to take external revenue and bring it back into the Alpha 365 liquidity for long-term sustainability of the ROI DAPP.
Awesome. Yeah, I think like I mentioned, I think the real estate and the Omega betting platform, I think that's going to be very crucial to your ecosystem. And I think you guys are very mindful of that to ensure the sustainability of the ecosystem. Sounds great, DeFi. I think pretty much now, you know what? Let's touch on the tokenomics, token metrics here. So the taxes, what are we looking at?
Sure. 13% buy and deposit tax, right? Right now, if you buy on the pre-sale, it's only 10%, and it's just deposit tax. There's no buy tax, right? So pre-sale buyers will get a little bit of another break, right? In addition to the discount on the token and the tax. But say we've launched the buy and deposits 13%, deposits 10%, sell tax 12%, compound 10%, withdrawal 12%. Some of the standard taxes you kind of see in some of the platforms, airdrop 10%, transfer wallet 10%, and dump tax, which we think is a big important piece here, 90%, right, to avoid. Once that time comes, because remember, right, everything's going to be locked in the vault. There's not going to be an opportunity to dump here. This is this is built this way. So if anyone has any questions on those two, it's really a nice little table in the back of the white paper. Talks about taxation and tokenomics. It reads very well. You'll see it when you check it out.
Sounds good. Now the pre-sale, how much did you guys raise in the pre-sale, and what are you guys looking to raise on this? It is the last round currently right now?
Yeah, it's the last round. It's the last round.
Cool.
Just to give my guy a little break here. In the private pre-sales, we did about 160K, and to be quite honest with you, with these pre-sales, we want to make sure the project is able to sustain itself. So we're not honestly looking whilst it will look good that we have a bunch of persons in, we raise probably all of the pre-sales. The way that we're looking at the project is that it doesn't matter that we maybe raise $1,000, $10,000. While it would be good to raise it all, the way that the project is set up is a non-Ponzi-nomic setup, so it doesn't matter what the amount that comes in. So we're just going to roll with whatever is made, and then we'll go from there.
Awesome. Okay, you raised 160K, and what are you guys looking to raise this round?
I think the hard cap's 200.
The hard cap is 200,000.
Okay, sounds good. And you said that lasts to the 27th, right? Or the 28th?
That's correct. 27th.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. And are you guys planning to launch this immediately right after this round here, or?
Well, we have the NFT sales that would need to go in a round as well. So we're looking at the beginning of September, like the beginning days of September. So maybe first week, second week, around that time. But we're just looking to make sure we get the NFT sales done, get the pre-sale over with, and we'll be ready to launch.
Sounds good. Now the NFT, just to kind of recap on that. So the NFT has different levels. Earn the rewards based on the NFT that you're holding. So I guess the more expensive NFT you buy, the more rewards you will earn through that.
Definitely.
Yeah. In addition to, right, if you're going to have 10 downlines in your team or 5 downlines in your team, right, you're going to want to hold the NFT that will allow you to receive rewards that deep from your referral system. So if you only hold, level 2 NFT or level 3 NFT, and you have a 12-tier team, deep, you're going to miss out on a lot of the referral rewards, right? The 5%, the deposit, the compound. So for the team builders out there, right, you're going to want to make sure that you're holding that level of NFT for the level that you have in your team. So you make sure you don't leave any referral rewards, ungained, if you will.
So you must hold the NFT in order for you to earn that the 5% of the rewards, right, in the pool, right, in your team pool.
Yes. But if you don't want to deposit in the vault and you just want to hold the NFT, then you will actually be able to receive those USDC dividends as well from the reward pool. You don't have to invest in the ROI DAPP, but you do have to hold the NFT to get the referral rewards, from the deposits of your team of the vault.
And that dividend, is that based on the in proportion to how much you hold? Is that how it works?
Yes.
The higher the value of the NFT, Yeah, sorry. The higher the NFT value, the higher the dividends. Absolutely, yes. You hold level 15, NFT, you're going to get 15 levels from your referral rewards, and you also get a bigger piece of the dividend pool.
Awesome, awesome, guys. All right. Well, I think you put a lot of emphasis on the sustainability, which I think you guys are very mindful, and I think it's very crucial that you guys actually put a lot of time into this, because, like you said, there's a lot of ROI DAPP out there that miscalculate, and it's you run through a lot of issues down the line. But it seems like you guys put a lot of thought in it, and you spoke on it a lot. So this shows me that you guys are very mindful of this to ensure the sustainability of it. So yeah, I mean, I look forward to see the development and how this will play out.
Absolutely. And just one little additional nugget, right? For anyone that participates in the public pre-sale, you're going to get that discount of $4.40 a token, and you're only going to get the 10% deposit. There's no buy and deposit tax of 12-13%. It's 10% only. So a discount on the token and also a discount on the tax if you if you participate in the public pre-sale.
And we will pin that direct link to it's on their website, but we'll re-pin it on top. So that way, if you guys are interested in participating in the pre-sale right now, you guys can go ahead and do so. It is on their website. DeFi, great job, brother. Lemon as well. So with that being said, we do have a lot of questions. And also, if you look at the last pin, so how we do is that we pin a banner and anyone can reply to that banner and ask questions. So if you click on that, right click, and you see all the questions there. But my man Mike has been keep tracking all the questions. He's going to come on and ask a few questions away.
Sounds good.
You there, Mike?
Oh man, I was muted there. Sorry about that. Thank you, Seattle. Thank you, Rebel and Million and Tony as well for a great presentation today. We do have quite a few questions. I'm going to try to pick out the best couple that I've seen here today and ask them away. First community question is coming in from Les One. He has 5 questions, but his first one is, the roadmap states that there will be a app development. Considering the fact that utilities of this project can perfectly be accessed through the website, what is the need for application, and is there anything different that will be incorporated into this application?
Could you repeat that again? You said app development? Hi, hello?
Say again, I couldn't hear you. Very quiet.
You said app development?
Correct. Your DAPP development.
Could you ask the question one more time? I think you broke out a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't fully. Sorry about that, Mike.
Yeah, of course, no worries. The best one's question is, the roadmaps, it states that there will be a DAPP development, and I know that's in the way right now. Considering that the fact that all these utilities can perfectly be accessed through your website, what is the need of a DAPP? And is there anything different that a DAPP will provide that your website will not?
Yeah, the DAPP is part of the website, right? You can access the DAPP from the website. The DAPP is the interface in which you were to make your purchase and do your deposit, and that will just continue to be developed as we move forward, with everything within the ecosystem. So the DAPP is accessed via the website, and the DAPP itself is where you actually will go in and do your investments, do all of your your compounding, your claiming, things of that nature.
Sure, appreciate that, Rebel. Second question is, let's see, from Bless One as well. Will the team consider having a real life investment in order to generate more revenue through daily ROI and also make it more sustainable? This way, the reward system will keep on being functional even when transactions itself on the token are at a minimum. So his question ultimately asks, will you incorporate real life betting?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, go ahead, Bill. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think we we touched on that already with the alpha copy trading, the Omega NFTs with the sports betting, and also what we want to emphasize, which is our ABC, which is going to bring funds into the project every week. So weekly, those funds are going to come into the project. So we're going to see investments coming in. We also have other things that we're working on that, we can't disclose as yet just for proprietary reasons, but we just want investors to, hold on to their bootstraps because it's going to be very exciting.
Awesome. Appreciate that answer there, guys. Next community question is, let's see. I saw in the tokenomics that the liquidity will be based on the pre-sale. So he is wondering, in what cases will all the remaining unallocated tokens of 65% be allocated to the liquidity pool? What is going on with those tokens?
Yeah, it's going to be divided to the users, what they bought, right? The amount they received from their pre-sale buys, and then it's going to go to the LP on Pancake Swap, and then the rest is going to be put in their LMS, right? That's where the division is going to be.
Perfect, straight answer. Appreciate that, Rebel. Next question is also from Bus Fun here. Third question, rather, is about the Omega Sports betting system. Must all the bets be placed in USDC alone, as written in the white paper, or will we be given a choice to maybe bet in BNB or etc.? Also, as a lover of sports betting, will you add maybe future virtual betting sports for those who can't really wait for the live sport?
For right now, it's just going to be USDC. That's not to say things can't change as, the climate changes with, BUSD here, USDC here, right? But right now, USDC, and we're going to see with the community, after that, right? We'll launch and we'll continue to build and drive based off what the community wants, right? We want to make sure that we're listening to our community, just like we did in Piston. We're going to do the same thing here in Alpha 365, right? Community-driven project.
Straightforward answer. Appreciate that, Rebel. Last question from Blessed One here is, having seen that betting is also incorporated into the Alpha 365 ecosystem, is it needed, and do you have, if so, a betting license in regards to this?
Yeah, Tony, you want to take this one?
Sorry, I didn't hear quite good. I needed to mute for a second because my kids are awake and here is midnight.
Ask that one more time if you could, Mike.
Yeah. I got my 3 running around too. I hear you, brother. His question is, having seen that the betting is also incorporated in the Alpha 365's ecosystem, is it needed? And if it is, do you have a betting license in regards to this?
Okay. For now, we don't need a license, but if we're gonna need, I already contacted few companies that can give us a license, and where we can buy this license in Curacao or Malta. And for now, because we don't have a live casino or live trading or live anything, this is just gonna be like some jackpot game where you're gonna have 13 pairs of football and 13 pairs of other sports like NBA, like basketball, like American football or Formula One, and these sports where you need to guess all 13 pairs to win jackpot. But for more members can read in white paper because of my bad English.
Okay, 10-4. All right, so you're going to have a couple of different outlets there. Rebel, did you want to say something to that?
No, I think your English is great, Tony. No worries there, man. But no, yeah, it's going to be in kind of jackpot form out of the gate without live sports betting, right? You'll be able to bet on your team, etc. And then we'll continue to grow from there.
Okay, yeah, it'd be quite interesting. The betting platform can go in many aspects, whether it's American sports, overseas sports, whatever it is. It could be quite substantial in the betting aspect.
Absolutely. Yeah. And again, right, it's going to be huge because I know you've heard us say it a million times, right? We're kind of beating that dead horse, but our goal is for external revenue and sustainability to come in because, it has to happen.
It does, 100% Revel. External revenue is what will drive today's projects to the future, 100%.
Absolutely.
Guys, I shared in Telegram in your group one medium where we talk about Omega, and members can read about it.
Oh, perfect. Appreciate that, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah.
No problem.
Take a read there. He placed it into the main chat, so give it a look. Next community question is Shikanami. His question is, can we only buy during your pre-sale phase with USDC, or can we swap with another cryptocurrency?
Right now, it's a USDC. That's how the contract's written. Not to say there's, just like the other answer a while ago to betting, right? It's USDC for now, but it could change down the road depending on, what happens with certain climates, right? As I said, right, what happened with BUSD earlier on as well, right? So the ability is there to change, but right now, USDC on Binance Smart Chain, right? BSC. Yeah.
Very straightforward. Appreciate that, Ro. Next question is coming up from Lion here. Who of the members of the team will have access to the wallet with the multi-signature protection? Are these managers verified? Did you perform, which you have not yet, the KYC? And is your information published on any websites, such as LinkedIn?
Yeah, there's going to be no docs or KYC here, right? Like we said, we felt like our previous projects speak for themselves. I know there's, shit right now in DeFi with so many rugs happening all over the place. But if you look at my Diamond team, you look at Piston and projects of the past, none of this happened, right? Community-driven projects, doing things the right way, and that's what this team is about. Everything's going to be in a Genesis multi-sig, everything, right? Take 3 to 4 signatures to do anything. Tony, I don't know if you want to speak to who has the keys. I believe Tony does, and one more maybe, but I don't want to speak without Tony confirming here.
Yeah, we have a multi-sig on every part of Alpha and Omega, and it is 3 of 4 needed for any transaction or something. And we don't have problems to make one more signature with Audit company if this gonna make the members calmer.
Yeah, just what we did in Piston, right? Like, audit companies got to sign too, right? So
Yeah.
Understood, guys. Next question is coming up from Etc. It's about the NFTs. Are we able to trade the NFT alphas on the open market? And down the line, I no longer want this NFT. Can I also sell it on the open market?
absolutely. Right now, you're going to be able to sell it right on our swap only. I mean, maybe down the road we'll go to OpenSea and some things of that nature, but you will be able to sell this NFT.
Very good.
There'll be some tokenomics around it, right? I mean, certain taxes minus what you've gained, right, etc. It's all in the white paper, but yeah, you will be able to sell it separately.
Very good. So, Rebel, is there a transfer tax on these NFTs as well?
Yes, there is. I believe it's. Do you have that off the top of your head, Tony? I think it's.
No, we don't have a transfer possibility. You can sell to us.
I think the sell tax. Yeah, sell tax is what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, it is 10%. Yeah, 10%.
10%. Yeah. There you go. Thank you.
10% on the transfer, Sony, is what you're saying.
To sell it, yes. Sell tax 10%.
Sell percent. Okay, so they're non-transferable NFTs. Okay.
Yes, non-transferable because we can let that members sell because they're gonna gain from NFT pools, and we can't know how much they gain, and and this is the best that they sell to us if they don't want to hold it anymore.
Right. So, Rebel and Tony here. My question to you is, what is the base price for these NFTs? Are there tiers? Are they different price, or are they all one price?
Yeah, they're multi-tiered priced, right? And the multi-tier is based off the downline level that you're going to have on your team, right? Or the tier that you want to purchase to get those dividends back, right? So 1 through 15 is the tier sets. Starts at 250 USDC and just worked its way down. You can see the table in the white paper that kind of breaks it down all the way to 15. But again, right, you have to hold the NFT to receive your referral rewards from your downline in the ROI DAPP. Or if you just want to hold the NFT, you can do that as well and get those dividends from the pool. And the more level you have, the more dividends you will receive.
Okay, yeah, very straightforward. Very good. Appreciate that, Rebel. Next question is rolling in from Young John, talking about the multi-vault concept of rewards. So his question is ultimately asking, who is going to be making these decisions on the rewards and for the deflation to have a percentage of what it might be deflated over the long term and the sustainability of the ecosystem.
You broke out just 1 second there. I apologize. Could you ask one more time, Mike? I'm sorry, Holmes.
Oh, no worries, brother. I'll ask you right from the beginning here. In terms of the multi-vault concept of rewards, deflation, and compounding, can you elaborate the role of governance mechanisms and decentralized decision-making in the maintaining of the just delicate balance between these components and ensuring long-term sustainability of your ecosystem? I think I did click up there.
Yeah, we think that, I'll let Tony chime in here, but we think that the pillars of sustainability we have will drive our long-term longevity of the ecosystem, right? Everything that's feeding in anywhere from Omega to AVC, right, will pour into the alpha liquidity, which will just keep us going for the long haul. Tony, you want to add anything there to that question there, Holmes?
No, this is okay. You answered okay. How we gonna go and how members will grow with compounding? They will pay more in AVC, and with this AVC money, NFT money, and all this money that we get from outside revenue, I think that we're gonna have enough to cover daily ROI that we need for members. And don't forget that after you make ROI, you're gonna fall on 1% a day, and after you make 2 times, you're gonna fall on 0.5%. But this isn't every day, because you need to compound 2 times to be able to claim 1 time. So maybe we can look on this, that you can claim every 3rd day.
Yeah, good point there as well. Because if as you continue to build your vault, right, the amount you have locked in your vault, the AVC will go up to the point of $10 per week, right, with 500 or more alpha in that vault. And we feel like the alpha range, along with the AVC, is a perfect balance of mechanics to keep basically the ecosystem and your vault in a healthy manner. Because remember, you have to take an action every 24 hours, and as Tony said, you have to compound twice, claim once if you want, right? You can't just claim. You can't do that. You can't just compound, right? Like I said, if you go, I believe I said it's 10 in a row, right? If you don't compound, if you don't claim for 10 days, right, you will be forced to claim after that 10th day and then do 10 compounds immediately after. So we feel like a lot of these different mechanics are going to help that sustainability and will continue to grow as your vault grows and as everything kind of grows with the ecosystem, if you will.
Okay, very good, Rebel. So what you're saying is after 10 days, there is no longer to compound. If you have not compounded, you need to claim, and then you can compound.
Yeah, and it's outlined under the alpha range in the white. Yeah, it's outlined under the alpha range in the white paper as well. Because it says once you hit 10, the only action is to claim. right? The compounding option will be deactivated at that point. And, once you actually, too, if you drop below 0, the vault's going to go into a kind of what's called in the white paper a state of prison, if you will, and users will be required to perform 10 compounds consecutively. So the alpha range, while we love the AVC, the alpha vault charge, the alpha range plays a big piece in the health of the vault of the investor, if you will. You hold basically your actions in your hands, what you want to do. If you want to do, play positive, you can stay at AR 0 to 5 or less, right? If you drop below 0, you hurt yourself. You immediately lose your ROI percentage down permanently to 0.5%. And if you're already at 0.5%, it drops down to 0.25%. So, it's up to the investor to decide how they want to, execute their actions on their own vaults. But, you hold basically the power of your investment in your own hands with your actions.
Very good, Rebel. Okay, Hector has a question here as well. Talking back on that 90% tax on your claim tax here. Let's go a little more in depth. I know we touched on it, but let's go a little more in depth on what that 90% actually entails. Where is it going to go to, and why is it 90%?
Absolutely. It's outlined in the white paper. Let me just grab it real quick here. So the dump tax, right? If you sell more than 50% of your old deposits at one time, right? Some of all open vaults, you're going to hit that 90% dump tax. 30% is going to go into liquidity, 10% to Alpha DAS, 10% to Alpha Sigma, and 40% into the Alpha Vault. And if you're looking to see what some of those other pieces are, they're outlined in the white paper. It's basically pieces of Omega and other things of that nature. But yeah, 30% liquidity, 10% Alpha DAS, 10% Alpha Sigma, 40% Alpha Vault to make up that 90% dump tax, right? We feel that will deter from dumping. And if you do want to dump, guess what? Everyone that's playing the game, if you will, right, will win from that, because it's going to go right back into the ecosystem, right back into liquidity, right back into the vault. So, investors are really hurting themselves by doing the 90% tax, but helping everyone else that's playing the game the right way, if you will.
Yeah, 100%. If the original investors only getting 10% and everybody else getting 90%, I could see that's a win for everybody else. I can see that angle. Maybe 90% is a little too tough for me, but being honest there. Next question is coming in from Boston here. Being the different tiers of the Alpha NFTs, in depth, how do they influence the rewards of the participants? Is it going to be, one tier gets 10%, second tier gets 20%, and so on and so forth?
I'll take one piece of that. I'll turn it over to Tony to answer the rewards pool question. But when it comes to your team builders, right? If you're building your team and you, like I said, you have 12 levels and you only are holding level 5 NFT, well, you're losing 6 or 7 levels, 5% of the deposit, 5% of the compounds. Even though it's round robin, you're still going to lose that. So you're basically leaving money on the table by not holding the NFT if you're taking the time to build out a robust team, right? And Tony, I don't know if you can speak to the percentage of dividends you'll receive the higher the level goes, right? It's gonna. Yeah. I think the percent just gonna. It's gonna yield that higher number the higher you are holding a level.
Of course, yeah, it will be in percentage of your money in a pool. Let's say if we sold 10 NFTs, nine have $250 on NFT, and you have let's say 3,000 on NFT. We have in this pool 6,000, so you're gonna have 50% from all gains because you have 50% in this pool. Better is your percentage in this pool, better are rewards.
Yes.
Simple as that.
And it's outlined for those that are looking. It's on page 21 of the white paper. It talks about the different pools and the percentages based off, what you hold of that NFT and where you sit in that downline, or that 1 to 15 structure, if you will.
Very good, very good. I appreciate that breakdown, Rebel and Tony there. I'm going to take just a couple more questions here. Next one is coming in from the community here. Considering that the strategic significance of the $160,000 raised in the private sale, could you provide a little more breakdown of where these funds are getting allocated to inside the project?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Like we were saying, let me see here. We're going to divide, we expect, right, this pre-sale funds to grow as the pre-sale continues, right, until we reach our hard cap, right. We're going to divide the amount that was bought amongst the users, right. We're going to divide that for the amount they receive from what they purchased through the pre-sale, and then the other half is going to go to the LP on PancakeSwap, and the rest will be put into our LMS system, for the project.
Very straightforward. Appreciate that, Rebel. One of the questions I personally like to ask every single project that rolls in with me, from the start of when you guys said, let's make Alpha 365 and the brain started all happening, what has been your biggest difficult task or operation that you've had to overcome from then till right now?
You want to go first, Tony? Go first.
Everything. Yeah, we talked every day. What can go wrong? What can make us unsustainable? We saw in other projects what members can do if we let that they have free tokens in wallets that they can buy on pre-sale price and just hold when we make, I don't know, 2-3 times, then they dump. We saw that we have problems with external revenue, that nobody didn't have this before. We had a lot of problems, but that's why we talked on this about 6 months. And every day we made calculation and implement new things and try this, try that. And I think that now we found really good function and everything. Yeah, formula. Yeah.
Yeah, really good formula. I think that the biggest piece, the toughest piece, is how do you it's sustainability, right? I know we've said it a million times, but without sustainability, it's just gonna, it's gonna have the same fate of, projects that pass, such as Piston and things of that nature. So, how do you build this to a point where you can bring in a flux of cash for external revenue? The trading partners, the Omega sports betting, but also how can you what's the best way here? And with the AVC, right, the fee based to use the vault, right, we think that's huge because that's going to continue to flow in addition to the external revenue. So I think just building all those pillars of sustainability is some of the toughest things. And look, this will never stop, right? You see the real estate and the roadmap down the road. It's looking for all kinds of real world investments to how to continue to grow and just be sustainable for the longevity of the project. That's this team's number one goal, is sustainability and longevity, and being able to continue to pay our customers out in their OI percentage. Whether you're now or coming in, down the road, right? It doesn't matter, because the sustainable external revenue is continuing to flow in, right? You don't have to be first or last. It's whenever you want to come in, and that's okay, right? And again, right, 50 members, 500 members, 5,000 members, right? The sustainability will continue to feed that in. So that's where I think it's the toughest piece is that, right? It's how do you build something that can be sustainable?
Very well said. Very well said. And I'm sure you probably relate to Ricky Bobby saying, "If you're not first, you're last."
Shake and bake.
Yeah, shake and bake. There it is, brother. All right, so I'm going to take this one more question, brothers, before I kick it back to see how guys. Partnerships. Let's speak on any that you've onboarded so far and looking to hopefully onboard to further sustain your project.
Yeah, we're looking to, we're partnering with, at least on the marketing side, right? Partnering with different faucets, different groups, different organizations out there, to get some aggressive marketing going. As Tony mentioned, we got partnerships in the roadmap with, some of the real estate investment firms, things of that nature. Anything else you want to speak to, Tony, as far as partnerships and things of that nature?
No, for now we just have some talks, but we didn't even launch. And we launched. We're gonna announce if we're gonna make some partnership. We're gonna make partnership what will benefit to us and to others.
Yeah, if it's not going to benefit the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not going to benefit the community, we don't want to partner, right? We want to partner for what's going to benefit our investors and our customers. And keep in mind, guys, right? We have a few things in some irons in the fire, if you will, for external revenue. We haven't even launched yet, right? We think that's huge, and should speak volumes in some of the DeFi spaces, especially with ROI.
100%. I appreciate that breakdown there, Tony, and Rebel too. But actually, no. One last question I'm going to ask you: what is your desired, raised amount? What are you trying to hopefully raise between all of the sales?
I'll let Tony take that one.
Sorry, can you please?
Yeah, sure, Tony. What I was asking there, Tony, is what is your hopes to raise between all of your pre-sales? What is your top number?
I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna tell that we thought that we're gonna raise more money, but with this sentiment and with this, sorry on this word, but with these shits in DeFi in the last half a year, we are good with this amount that we made in private pre-sale. Last time when we made this pre-sale in Piston, we raised 1.2 million. But now, with all these rooks and these crazy things in DeFi or in crypto at all, we are good with 200K, let's say, 250.
Aimed for 1.2 million is what you're saying, Tony, but ultimately we'll settle on 200K to make sure the project is sustainable and push forward.
Yeah. We had go ahead, Tony. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. When we talk about sustainability, we don't care if we raise 150 or 1 million, because it's the same for us. We need to have external revenue. If we raise 10 million and we don't have external revenue, project will die when we don't have new members.
Yeah, and I think what Tony was saying. What Tony was saying there too is in Piston, right? When Piston launched a year ago in April, right? It was much better times in DeFi. We haven't been such the bear winter, if you will, right? So we raised 1.2 million very quickly. But in this one right now, right? In this time in DeFi where you got rugs left and right, it's just a very challenging and difficult period. We think we'll be coming out of it soon, but it's yet to be seen. So if we can get 200K, right, we're good with that. And like he was saying, right, external revenue is our bread and butter, because if you can have all the money raised in the world and if you have no external revenue, you're going to die. I mean, it's going to happen, right? So that's why we emphasize this so much, is because it's for the longevity of the project and the ecosystem.
1,000%. Rebel and Tony, I couldn't agree more. All these projects today that are coming out with zero, outside revenue, that are just, sustaining on taxes and all that such, you don't see them in a year. Maybe some you do, but typically you don't. So the external revenue is key to sustainability, and I appreciate that, guys. But that's all the questions. I'm going to take that from Tony and Rebel, and I think Million was also on the mic a bit ago. I appreciate you guys also answering all those questions, and I'm going to kick it back to Seattle. Thank you, bros.
And thanks, guys. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Thanks, DeFi. Thanks, Tony. Thanks, everyone on your team. All right. So I thought you guys did a very good job articulating your project. I mean, evidently, you guys, very mindful of what you guys have to do. And I do look forward to see your whole ecosystem play out.
Yeah, absolutely. We really appreciate you guys hosting us today. Thank you to your community for all the questions. We would love for your community to come over to Alpha 365's Telegram, come in, say hello, ask any questions you may have. If there was no, if your question didn't get answered today, or if you just need a little more clarity, someone's always in there. Looking forward to have you guys come over and say hello, and we'll get any questions you have answered. But just come join us. And in closing, if I may, real quick here, I just want to throw out on the public pre-sale that's going on right now. Okay, we are going to have. Let me pull it up just so I get the exact numbers here. 2 seconds, guys. All right, so we wanted to simplify, right, the public pre-sale, that we're doing. So at the end of the public pre-sale, we're going to do 2 drawings, right? 3 lucky investors, no minimum purchase required for this. We're going to do a drawing, and 3 lucky investors will get automatically 2 times their deposit in Alpha tokens in their vault. So, if you put in, $1K or $100, right, you'll get 2 times that if you're one of those 3 lucky winners. In addition to that, right, all wallets making the maximum investment of 2K will have additional chances to win rewards at the end of the pre-sale. So we're going to have 3 lucky winners there as well that will receive 50 Alpha tokens and level 1 $250 worth USDC NFT. Right, so we're going to give away 3 NFTs, 3 times 50 Alpha tokens for 2K max buys, 3 of those, and 3 of the 2 times deposit. And listen, if you could be lucky and win both, right? You could make a 2K investment and you win 2 times, and then you also win, another 50 in an NFT. I mean. But just wanted to throw that out there. So we have a few sweet raffles that we're going to give out at the end of the pre-sale as well. But again, thank you guys for hosting us today. All great questions. Love your community. I'm now going to become a community member myself after being in here a couple days. So, thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks for that, DeFi. It looks like some great incentive right now for you guys to go participate in the pre-sale currently going on right now on the website. And we will pin that direct link to the pre-sale here very soon here. With that being said, DeFi, usually we offer this to every developer that comes in. Would you like us to raise awareness to your Telegram room by pinning the room, and maybe they go there, drop a USA sticker or say great AMA, and Mike would go over there and pick like a random $10 winner? Is that something that you want us to do? Now, keep in mind, there's going to be a lot of people doing that if you say yes. So some projects do not like that, and some projects do.
Hey, bring it on, Holmes. We'd love to have you guys.
Perfect. All right, Johnny, if you can go ahead and pin that, TG. And if you guys join, just say great AMA or drop a sticker so that way Mike know that you guys came from us and he would pick a random winner.
Awesome, guys.
With that,
thank you.
All right, sounds good, DeFi. I know some of your team members are from different time zone, and it's probably really late for you guys. So right now, we're going to do a little giveaway for the participant here today. Mike's going to come on. He's going to do that. But you guys are welcome to stay, or you guys can leave. Thanks again, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Rebel, and as well, Million. With that being said, Santa Mike is here. I got the list all up of all the participants. I take down the names of every AMA when I can. And we are ready to roll here, bros and sisters. I'm going to shuffle this up, grab $20 off of our wheel. Let me hit a couple more. Maybe Seattle's name will roll up again. It's been only once in 3 years.
Yeah, you can say that again, Mike.
He gets a little mad.
I can wait for another 3.
The Moon. Congratulations. Won yourself $20 there, brother. All right, from that is it for the wheel. Let me unshare my screen here. What happened? Where did it go? There it goes. We're also going to award $20 to the best question, and be on the lookout for the pinned post that Johnny just posted. Join over there, say great AMA at US Crypto Group, or drop a USA sticker. I'll be over there shortly to pick an additional $10 winner, and be on the lookout for the YouTube post. That's going to be an additional $15 to win there. Now, Rebel and Tony, I'm going to give you guys both a copy of the YouTube upload as soon as I upload that of the AMA today, so that way you guys can share it as you feel wish. And that was a great AMA from the Alpha 365 team. Thank you, guys.
Cheers. Thank you, guys. Appreciate your hospitality. You guys have a blessed rest of your day. Blessed week.
You as well,
Thank
brother.
you,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
You as well, guys. Now, one thing that we like to say here is see you guys in the next one. As a few as our community members know, we like to say peace. So we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
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 Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.